Redditors who work or have worked in retail, what's your "I'm about to lose my shit" moment you had with a customer? When I was a kid, I worked at a fast food restaurant and opened on the weekends. Toward the end of the breakfast rush, some guy comes through with a huge order. We were getting ready for lunch and didn't have anything he wanted already made, so it took us a few minutes to get it together. He starts cussing at me that he is late for church and I need to hurry the hell up. I explain that I will get his food out as soon as the cooks are done, but that's not good enough for him. I finally reached my limit and told him he should probably leave the house earlier next Sunday. Dude fucking throws hot coffee on me through the drive-through window. My manager sees this and asks me how much their food is. He then pulls that amount out of the register, throws it at the man, and tells him to get the fuck out of his drive-through. The guy threatens to call the cops, and my boss told him they were already on the way and he needed to leave if he didn't want to get arrested for assault. I still wonder if he made it to church on time. Card machine was a bit slower than usual. Man. This is terrible. Me. Yeah. Man. You should fix this machine. Me. Yeah, we should. Man. Or replace it. This is a disgrace. Me. Yeah, that's an option too. Man. You should be ashamed. Me. Yeah, I am kind of embarrassed. Man. Other stores don't have this issue. Me. That's because they're better than us. Card payment goes through. Man. This was terrible. Me. Yeah. Awful. Sorry for your trouble, sir. Man walks off grumbling to himself. Once, when I was hosting, some absolute fool wanted this specific table on the patio while we were slammed. I explained to him I could get him a table outside, but not that specific one, because there were 5 people waiting in line to sit outside before him. He just tuned me out and stared at the busser wiping the table down. He started walking towards it to go sit down, so I had to stop him and ask him to go back to the waiting area. It's like he had no idea how a line worked. I had to remind him that there were other people waiting in line before him. Then I took the rightful group to the table and he bitterly says, "Oh. Well, screw me, huh?" Like he was personally offended I didn't make 5 other groups wait an extra 30 minutes so he could have his spot first. This was a grown-ass man. 50 to 60 years old. I had to go into the walk-in and scream a little bit. While working at Lowe's, a guy tried returning an item with no respit. Turns out that item is only sold by Home Depot. So I told the customer we couldn't give him a store credit. He lost his shit saying he's 100% sure he bought it at a hardware store. Yup. Not this one. Wouldn't take no for an answer, so I brought up the item on the computer and showed him it was sold by Home Depot. Then showed him our website where the item didn't exist. He got pissed and mid-Saturday afternoon yells, "Are you fucking stupid?" I wanted to punch him right in his mouth. Not retail but a restaurant. I was working as a waitress and a woman stopped me as I was passing her table. She told me she got a rip in her stockings from one of our chairs. This was according to her 100% my fault because I did not warn her about our chairs. She asked me if I had any clear nail polish on me or anywhere in the restaurant. I told her that I was sorry but I did not. This was to her so very strange. How could we not have nail polish in the restaurant? She got very angry, wanted to talk to someone else who could fix her stockings. I got my manager who also said sorry, but there is nothing we can do about you stockings. He got told the same as me, and how can we not warn people about the chairs? This went on for about 10 minutes because she just could not believe that I didn't have freaking nail polish in my back pocket. She accepted her stockings fade at last, but I got angry looks from her all night. I used to work at a video rental place, living the dream as a 19-year-old, and a customer comes in and asks if we sell movies. I say yes, so she starts walking along the wall of clearly marked rental movies, pointing at titles they want. I start telling them the ones we have in stock for purchase and the ones I will need to order in. They eventually comes up to the front and begins to pay. I tell them the total, a lot more than the listed rental price, and they get really confused as it's a lot more than they were expecting. I'm in the middle of explaining that they are new releases when it hits me. They don't know this is a rental place. I explain this kindly and carefully and that I have had to order them in. At this point they drop all pretense of niceness and in front of customers and my shift manager give me a look of pure disdain. "You are an idiot," they say. Yeah, well at least I didn't walk into a video rental place and try to buy the DVDs. They rolled their eyes and huff out of there. Wish I could say my clientele only got smarter after that, but that would be a lie. I worked in a couple record stores when I was young, so I've got a ton of stories. But one stood out that applies to your question. We had this one guy whose last name was a common vegetable. This dude would come in once every couple weeks and go through our import singles and dance sections. Find a small handful and bring them up to the counter. But, no. Not to buy them, no sir. He would first ask for his hold pile, that was around 30 discs. He'd then sort through them, pick out a few to purchase, and then have us put all the remaining back on hold. The whole time he'd be doing this, he would not allow you to leave his side. This process took up to 45 minutes. I know, the first question you're thinking is, why even hold them? Put them back out. Well, we tried that. He would come back in and we'd tell him that we put all the hold back out. He'd crab quite a bit and then go out into the store and refine them all. Bring them back up and buy a few, and place the rest on hold. If we refused to put them on hold, he'd go and hide them in the store. If we followed him around to make sure he wouldn't hide them, he'd browse until we got busy with another customer and then hide them. We got to the point that we'd nearly ignore him and we just threw them in a box that we left behind the counter. He'd come in and we'd heavily drop the box on the counter and ask bluntly what he plans to buy today. Nobody wanted to be the unfortunate soul that got stuck with him. It was an exercise in temper management. I was on the other end of this sort of transaction once. Me. Hi, I'd like a number 5. Employee. Blank stare me. That's a bacon, egg and cheese biscuit. Employee. You want cheese on that? Me. Yeah. Employee. You don't want no meat on that? Me. How about bacon? Employee. What kind of bread you want? Me. I'm in the mood for a biscuit today. By this time, the line behind me was about 10 people deep and everyone within earshot was snickering. I hope it brought you some cheer. I used to work at Taco Bell. I hated drive-thru, but at the time was the fastest drive-thru cashier. A lady came through and ordered a taco, so I pressed the taco button. Could I get you anything else? No, any mild, hot, fire, or Diablo sauce? No, does everything look correct on your screen? Yes, alright, it's going to be $1.39, we'll see you at the window. She gets to the window. Hello ma'am, it's going to be $1.39, she hands me a 5. I ring her up and give her change, then when her taco is ready I give her taco. What the fuck is this, a taco? One taco, I ordered 8. I'm already thinking, and you thought you would pay $1.39 for 8 tacos? I'm sorry ma'am, I misheard you, would you like me to ring you up for the rest of the tacos? Suddenly, in her sheer rage, she can't speak English, then she regains her English skills. Why would I order a single taco? I'm sorry ma'am, I misheard you. I'm so sorry. Would you like me to ring you up the rest of the tacos? Ugh. Yes. What the fuck, why would I order 1 taco? So I ring her up for 7 more tacos. I can't remember the price, but I turn to her and say, alright, it's going to be however much 7 tacos cost. She looks at me crazy again. What? No, I don't want the tacos. Why would I order a single fucking taco? During the entire time I worked at Taco Bell I was pregnant. At this time I was probably 7 months. Needless to say, the hormones were getting to me. Our drive-through window closes if you're not holding it open, so every time I would turn around to speak to the crew, she would scream obscenities at me through the window. I was broken down. I'm sorry ma'am. I misheard you. I so apologize. She continues to scream obscenities at me. I finally had enough. I was at the point where I was about to tell this lady the fuck off. I don't take abuse from anyone, except for at work. In the middle of her screaming at me, I closed the window, turned around, and let out the loudest scream that I could as I burst into tears. Every single person in the restaurant and surrounding area heard that scream. Then I walked to the back room and sat down in uncontrollable tears as my manager went to deal with this crazy bitch. After they got everything worked out, she paid for her stupid 7 tacos. The manager on duty did not play with free food. He told me she changed her tune after hearing me scream and apologized. But they also let me know this lady was notorious for screaming at people in the drive-thru. Luckily I only worked there 2 more months and never dealt with her personally again, though I did see her have a few more drive-thru meltdowns. Thank you for watching only on Reddit. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment about the most interesting story. And hit the bell if you don't want to miss any videos. Until next time.